What's going on, guys? Etika from the Etika World Network here, and I know a bunch of you guys are here because of my Five Nights at Freddy's 3 reaction, and a lot of the guys who were already on my channel, you had no idea that I was into this series this much. I'm sorry I didn't mention it earlier, actually. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I'm into that I just never remember to really say, but I've been into Five Nights at Freddy's ever since the first game, ever since the second game came out. And when the second game came out, I did a lot of research and I looked back into the first and whatnot, and the story, like words from game theory themselves, it goes a lot deeper than what the surface value is. So now, if you know, just so you know, I'm fully informed with every single detail about Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2. So therefore speaking, sorry, I'm picking my nose on camera. I felt something in there, okay? Anyways, but still, there are some important story details that were revealed when Steam greenlighted Five Nights at Freddy's 3, and these are important details that I didn't realize when I did my reaction video to the game. So if you want, stick around. We're going to try to go through some of the theories, and I'm going to actually tell you guys a little bit of a theory that I have myself as well too, even though I know most likely other people have thought of this theory before, but you know, it's something that came to mind for myself as well too. I haven't looked up any Five Nights at Freddy's 3 theories yet, except for maybe seeing some in the comments and whatnot, but I have my own theory as to what's going on. So now, if you did not see the description of Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we're on Steam right now, the page of it, and we're going to look at exactly what it is. So as you can see here, description: 30 years after Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed its doors for good. So this means that this game is going to be obviously an actual sequel, but to the first game instead. Well, to both of them technically. So I mean, this is happening 30 games after the first game ended. Crazy stuff, man. The events that took place there have been nothing more than a rumor and a childhood memory. So this means that, you know, after 30 years, that's a long fucking time. And the first restaurant closing down for good means that there really wasn't any Freddy Fazbear's Pizza or anything like that, any restaurants with animatronics like that after the fact. But we have to remember that these animatronics are haunted, so even if they are left in a state of disrepair and they're left decrepit, they're still going to be functional to an extent because they're fucking haunted. That's confirmed. We already know that the animatronics are possessed with the souls of the children. So now, the owner, oh sorry, I was eating a pastry, but the owners of the owners of Fazbear's Fright, the horror attraction, are determined to revive the legend and make the experience as authentic as possible for patrons. Fazbear's Fright, the horror attraction. Guys, I think we might have just discovered a little bit of a clue here too. Now, in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, or I don't know which game it was, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 or 2, the phone guy mentioned an original restaurant called Fazbear's Family Diner, or Fredbear's Family Diner. I think it was Fredbear's Family Diner. Who knows? Because the first restaurant, Fredbear's Family Diner, was owned by a different company that owned Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So, because the owners were different, maybe the people that own this Fright attraction now in the year 2000. Now here's the first thing. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 takes place 30 years after the first game. And we know from a fact, thanks to game theory and all the hints that Scott put in the game, that Five Nights at Freddy's 1 takes place between 1991 and 1996, with most likely the date being 1993, with those amazing deductions that game theory made. So if we assume that Five Nights at Freddy's 1 was taking place in 1993, then all we have to do basically is put in 30 years after that to find out when it takes place. So 1993, yes, I need a calculator for this. I was never good at math. Plus 30, and Five Nights at Freddy's 3 takes place in the year 2023. God damn. That's fucking scary, man. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 3 takes place in 2023. Damn. Which means that, who knows, maybe the company that owned the original Fredbear's Family Diner, or I think it was called Fredbear's Family Diner. Maybe the company that owned that original establishment now owns this horror attraction because the name is similar. Sure, the name of the diner was Fredbear's Family Diner, but this one's called Fazbear's Fright, the horror attraction. Maybe that's overextending. I don't think it was the original owners. Why would they try to get the franchise again after over 40 years and all that shit that happened with it? You know, the kid being killed there at the diner in the first place, and then the 5 kids going missing. Yeah, why would that happen? So no, I don't think the original owners of the franchise own the horror attraction now. They are determined to revive the legend and make the experience as authentic as possible for patrons. But this is a horror attraction, so they're trying to revive the legend in a frightening way, naturally, which means that it's not going to be like a place for children with food and, you know, singing and all that shit. Rather, in the year 2003, they're trying to bring this thing back as like a fucking, like, you know, a horror house, basically. Maybe like an attraction where you're on a ride and you kind of like just see all this fucked up stuff. Because I guess in the year 2023, they realized, oh shit, these animatronics are creepy as fuck. Maybe they realized that. They're going to great lengths to find anything that might have survived decades of neglect and ruin. At first, there were only empty shells, the animatronic costumes, a hand, which is strange to me. What hand? What kind of hand? An animatronic hand? And you know, here's the disturbing part, because everything after the hand part fits the description of one of the animatronics or something from the previous games. So, empty shells, animatronic suits, a hand, question mark, a hook, a Foxy's hook, an old paper plate doll, Balloon Boy, aka Fuck Boy. But then a remarkable discovery was made. The attraction now has one animatronic. Guys, I'm sorry, man, but stuff like this disturbs me, man. This is why I love the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, because here's the thing that's disturbing about this. First off, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something totally. Maybe I'm missing where the hand is coming from. What kind of hand? A human hand? An animatronic hand? Where would this hand come from? It seems like every single reference in this sentence was to something that previously existed in the Five Nights at Freddy's games. But when does a hand pop up? When? I don't get it, man. When does a fucking hand pop up in the goddamn games? If they said like a cupcake, maybe you could say it was Chica's cupcake, but a hand? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, man. I don't get it. Is this mic on? Yeah, the mic is on, thank God. I don't get what they mean by that. I must be missing something. I have to be missing something. I don't want to spend too much time on it. If I'm missing something, I look like an idiot, but it's strange. And then, so here's the thing. Here's another disturbing part of this. They said, so I'm guessing that whatever this Fright company was doing, they were looking into the old restaurants. So maybe they opened every single one of the old establishments, including the most recent Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, the one that closed down at Five Nights at Freddy's 1. They went there and they were like, okay, let's see what's going on here. And they must have just, you know, seen what the hell they can find. They must have gone to the previous restaurant as well too, the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. They must have gone there. They must have gone to Five Nights at Freddy's 1, and they must have just like taken relics from there. And they said they found empty shells, the animatronic suits, a hand, strangely enough, a hook, and an old paper plate doll. We all know what that is. But then a remarkable discovery was made. A remarkable discovery. The attraction now has one animatronic. The attraction now has one animatronic, but then a remarkable discovery was made. The remarkable discovery was the fact that one animatronic survived all those decades of neglect, all those decades of dereliction, everything, and is functional. So I guess the company, the horror company, they must have been going through the restaurants and they saw just one random animatronic there that was still kind of working, and they must have been like, holy shit. Like, imagine if you were them. Like, you're looking through the restaurant and then somebody calls from the back room, yo, I found one. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, they were all unfunctional. They must have found the skeletons of, they must have found the remains of Freddy, Foxy, Chica, and Bonnie. The toy ones were gone. They were already dead. But they must have found those guys and then been like, oh, these don't work, you know. We can't get these old animatronics to work. But then someone in 2023 found a functional animatronic, an extra one, in the old restaurants. And we know for a fact that that strange animatronic, the one that shows up in the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 trailer, was found in the restaurants. So if that animatronic was found in the restaurants 30 years after they closed down, which restaurant was he found in, by the way? We don't know. Most likely, maybe Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Oh, he had to have been found in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The animatronic that shows in Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was found in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 restaurant. It had to have been, because the paper plate That didn't exist in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. The paper plate didn't exist in Five Nights at Freddy's 1. It was already maybe thrown away by the time that game happened. So that means they found this guy in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. We gotta look up some more facts. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 trailer. Oh wow, when you search Five Nights at Freddy's 3, my goddamn reaction pops up. What the hell? You dudes really like seeing someone distressed that much? These games, man, they fuck with me. Alright, so we're gonna look at the trailer and we're going to break it down because I have a theory. I have a goddamn theory right now. This shit is cooking in my head as we speak. So, where do they find that strange animatronic? Where do they find it? We have to come up with a name for this guy. Where do they find that strange yellow animatronic? That's the question. That's Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It has to be. Or maybe it's 1. Because look at the walls. Look at the walls with the checkered marks, with the checker print. Was that Five Nights at Freddy's 1 or 2? Was that the first restaurant or the second one? Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Maybe we should look up images of 2 and see. Because 2 had checker mark print on the walls as well too. Yeah, you see? 2 had it as well. It was all over the walls. In fact, now let's look at Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Because if we don't see any checker mark print in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, then that means that that animatronic must have been found in 2. Now we're seeing 2.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Sorry about that. That's my phone ringtone. But I'll put that on silent. Didn't realize it was on like that. But okay, so now we're looking for Five Nights at Freddy's 1 gameplay. I want to see if that checker mark print thing is on the walls of the first restaurant. Well, in the first game's restaurant. So Five Nights at Freddy's. Let's look at Markiplier. I love Markiplier. He's cool. I didn't like him at first, but you know, he's a cool guy. He's a very, very emotionally passionate guy. I like watching his videos now. But I mean, let's take a look. Five Nights at Freddy's Part 1. Damn! I thought we were on to something, guys. It looks like there's checker print It looks like there's checker print all over the walls in this restaurant too. It looks like it exists there as well.
He's not there.
Yeah, it's there too. So we can't really, there's no way to really know if that animatronic was found in the first game's restaurant or the second game's restaurant. You have to look at more details. Wait a minute! Oh shit! We just found confirmation. The third, wait a minute. You know what we're gonna call that motherfucker? We're gonna call that motherfucker in this trailer the animatronic that's shown in Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I'm gonna call him the 6th animatronic. Why not? Because you know the 5, you know, Golden Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy. The 6th animatronic. Yeah, the 6th animatronic was found in the second restaurant. Why? Because that is Toy Chica on the wall right here. That's Toy Chica. That's Toy fucking Chica. The only reason why the kids would be drawing Toy Chica is if they were in the second game's restaurant, which was before the first. Because Toy Chica was scrapped along with all the other toys in the first game's restaurant, which happens after the second one. Which means that they found the 6th animatronic 30 years after in the second restaurant. Let's confirm this. Let's follow up more. Let's confirm this shit. He will come back. And I got a theory about that too. This is the second restaurant. It has to be the second restaurant. It has to be. Look at those clues. That's a hallway from the second restaurant, isn't it? And the vents? Okay, look, remember this. We're gonna remember this scene here, and we're going to look up the second restaurant, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Markiplier. Mark, you're gonna help us out with this one. Markiplier. Here we go. Okay, part 1.
Damn it.
I think that was a hallway from one of the cameras in the second game.
Okay, where are you? Yes.
Yep, it was.
Sue?
It was. Oh shit, it was. Holy shit. Wait a minute. Okay, so pizza on the walls. Pizza on the walls. 2 doors. Pizza on the walls right here. 1 pizza with a slice in it. That's stuff that only existed in the fucking second game. Wow, what? So that means that they found him in the second one.
You're playing the banjo.
Oh wow,
there.
Toy Bunny.
Whatever it is.
Wow,
I
Toy
don't
Bunny
know.
has a good guitar, but then again, you know,
Oh,
they do
God.
play instruments. But
Where'd he go? Okay, he's still there.
wow, I just need to figure out where that scene was.
Oh God.
Give me a moment, guys. I think I'm onto something here. I think I'm onto something here, guys. Come on. Come on, give me something.
I'm trying to look around to make sure that everything is okay. Those are the
Well, I think we have confirmation enough that they found him in the second game's restaurant.
friendly. Very bad. Okay, he's
Yeah, they found him in the second game's restaurant. They had to have. They had to have. Which would explain why they also found the paper plate. The old paper plate doll. That would only exist in the second restaurant. So when this new Fazbear's Fright horror attraction company went back, they went back to the second game's restaurant as well too. And there they found the 6th animatronic, this guy. We have confirmation now because of the paper plate and because of the look. This looks like the second restaurant. The pizza on the walls and the toy chica. The toy chica, the paper plate, and the pizza on the walls is all signs that they found this animatronic in the second game's restaurant. And Bonnie is, now if you notice, Bonnie's eyeball turns towards us, the camera. Look, it turns towards us. Look at the eyeball that Bonnie. Look at Bonnie's eyeball. It turns towards us. Is that just a thing because Scott is scared of Bonnie the most? That's why he did that? I don't know. But so that's how they found that. They just found this random animatronic in the second game's restaurant. Yeah, alright. So it's pretty much confirmed that they found this guy in the second game's restaurant. So then that means that at some point between when the second restaurant closed and 2023, a mysterious 6th animatronic showed up. My theory, the 6th animatronic is the phone guy. Why do I think that? Because the phone guy we know for a fact died in the first game. And when he died, maybe his soul was so vengeful that he became an animatronic, maybe. And the marionette was in the second restaurant, the second game's restaurant, which means that the marionette might have possibly put the phone guy's soul into another animatronic. Something crazy like that. I don't know, man. This is, it's a crazy theory. I don't know. But I feel like this animatronic is the phone guy reincarnated as some vengeful spirit who just wants to, it's crazy. But I feel like that's a solid theory, man. But let me know in the comments what you guys think of this, because we just basically confirmed that they found this guy in the second restaurant, and the significance of that. I know it must mean something, but it's just not coming to mind right now. But they found that nigga in the second game's restaurant, that's for sure. Anyways, guys, let me know your theories in the comments below. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to think. Am I totally off? Or am I onto something here? I'm probably totally off, you know. I'm probably missing a key detail that makes everything I just said hogwash. But either way, I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care of yourselves, and of course, as usual, please have yourself a damn good one.